Also added a squat toilet at the entrance, so his friends didn't have to wait in line for public bathrooms anymore. He installed a shower head to make a nice, spacious shower area, and put in a glass folding door for some extra privacy. For the living area, Liam went all out. He installed a custom sofa against the wall with a hidden storage space underneath for their stuff. He even added a laminated back to the sofa to make the room feel cozy and filled with happy memories. Across from the sofa, he put in an ultra-thin cabinet to store shoes and clothes, keeping everything neat and dust-free. The middle shelf of the cabinet can be opened up to become a dining table, making it easy for everyone to have dinner together. And to top it all off, he mounted a TV above the cabinet to create a simple, warm living room. Then, he used several jade steel pipes to make a rising window, which also created more drying space. Even if they get into trouble, the four young masters can disappear in no time. Inside, he placed a four-corner table where they can happily play mahjong without worrying about finding a fourth player. Next, Liam welded 4 bed frames using galvanized square steel and covered them with eco-friendly wood veneers. He then got 4 mattresses from his second cousin's house. This set up a cozy rest area for the 4 young masters. He also installed 4 hydraulic struts with a pre-sale powerful one-click oil pump. These beds can be adjusted to any height and will stop if they touch your hair, making them very safe. To make it even more convenient, he added a ladder next to the beds, and that's how Liam decorated the corridor room. Now, the 4 young masters have a perfect hangout spot and can enjoy being lifelong good brothers.
Rental search taking up your mental real estate?
Would you want to grab dinner sometime?
I'd love to live in a building that accepts my dog. She doesn't even bark that much. I mean, I could hide her.
With more pet-friendly listings than any other site.
Enjoy your drink.
Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
Be brave and live in an abandoned cave house. Little John worked hard in New York for decades, aging from a young boy to an old man. Despite his efforts, the city's tricks got the better of him. He decided to return to the countryside, but couldn't afford a plane ticket, so he took a helicopter home. When he arrived, he discovered his hometown had been demolished to build a tunnel. His already tough life became even harder, and Little John had no choice but to settle in a cave. Then he used finished jade cement board as the foundation to prevent collapse and make it solid, durable for 10,000 years. He installed thermal insulation and added a titanium armored door and window. To ward off disturbances at night, he placed 2 lions at the entrance. The walls were painted with latex paint, creating a cozy nest. Against the wall, he made a bed frame using galvanized square steel. With some pocket money from his 7th aunt, he bought screws to fix it firmly to the wall. He used eco-friendly wood veneers as partitions to store shoes, bags, and out-of-season clothes. More wood veneers covered these partitions for easy access. Above the bed, he built thin cabinets for daily necessities and books. He installed a socket for convenient phone charging and added a soft mattress with padded walls to avoid hitting his head. At the end of the bed, he installed a movable table for his computer, perfect for studying or having a meal when he's tired. The table can be put away to save space. Main wardrobe with wall-mounted chairs to store out-of-season quilts on top and hang frequently worn clothes in the middle. A hidden water tank is embedded in the wall with a wall-mounted toilet and shower, so Little John can wash up right there. A floor cabinet is built against the wall. The left side is a vegetable washing area with a basin that doubles as a wash area. On the right side, there's an induction cooker for cooking. A shelf above stores seasonings and toiletries. Next to the bed, there's a coffee table where Little John can drink tea here and think about life. Very comfortable. The cave room is decorated to meet daily needs, with all necessary functions available. Absolutely awesome.
This is Philips Hue, the only smart light system you will ever need. Today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Let's design a secret base esports room. Little John loves gaming and he's got a couple of like-minded buddies. They often hit up the local internet cafe to play together, but today was their unlucky day. Their wives caught them and gave them an earful. After that big lesson the next day, the 3 buddies secretly rented a place to build their happy house. As soon as they got in, each of them started pulling out their hidden stashes of cash. The hiding spots were pretty creative, showing off their sneaky skills. These guys are all under strict watch by their wives, so they didn't have much. But after pooling their money together, they finally had enough. They decided to start decorating immediately. First up, they used some galvanized steel to make a bed frame against the wall. They borrowed screws from John's 7th aunt to secure it firmly, covered it with some nice wood veneer, making it strong and durable. They placed 3 soft mattresses together to create a multi-person bed, surrounded by comfy cushions to prevent any bumps. Now, anyone tired from gaming can crash here for a good sleep. The 3 buddies sleep side by side, keeping their bond strong. Next, they built a desktop along the wall with an extra layer on top. They installed 3 high-performance computers with high-end gaming monitors, each with a huge mouse pad and an awesome gaming mouse and keyboard. The keyboards are perfectly tilted for comfort. After work, the trio sits down for some epic gaming sessions, their favorite part of the day. On the right, they set up a happy cabinet with a beverage cooler filled with beer, Sprite, and ice cream. And, of course, they stocked up on spicy potato chips and biscuits. Next, they covered the back wall with ceramic tiles and removed part of the floor to set up the water inlet and outlet. They built footing tables on both sides with a drainage channel in the middle and added separate partitions to keep things private. The retro-sealed toilet became their hangout spot where they could all relax together. They installed a shower on the wall, solving the bathing problem for everyone. Speed planks on the partitions made for a quick makeshift kitchen. Since they're all amateur cooks, it saved them money on takeout and gave them a chance to compete for the best dish ideas. With this secret base, the 3 buddies no longer have to worry about their wives checking up on them. They've truly started a happy, carefree life. Let's watch how can this boy create a secret base in his bedroom. Regular bedrooms aren't that big, so usually the bed goes in the room, the wardrobe next to it, and the desk at the end of the bed. There's zero privacy. As little Liam grows up, he buys more stuff, and storage becomes a nightmare. He complains every day, so his mom clears everything out and lets him redesign the room himself. Liam starts by using some galvanized square steel for the bed frame, covering it with eco-friendly wood veneer. He adds a professional slatted frame for breathability and moisture control, then buys a mattress online. He sets an upper cabinet against the wall to store his small toys and doubles it as a bedside table. He installs switch sockets at the head of the bed for easy phone charging and adds soft padding for comfortable sleep. Next, he places another cabinet against the wall for all his favorite snacks and adds a mini fridge below. Coffee and cola are a gamer's essentials. He connects a desk next to it for his top-of-the-line gaming computer, turning it into his personal elevator. A perforated board hangs above to organize all his gaming gear. He uses partition walls to divide the area and installs a fake window for his secret base. With a traffic restriction sensor light, Liam doesn't need to get up in the dark to open the window. This setup not only offers great ventilation and lighting, but also lets Liam jump into bed right after a midnight gaming session. Super convenient. Next to it, Liam adds a large wardrobe that reaches the ceiling for out-of-season bedding and plenty of space to hang all his clothes. He installs a glass door for a stylish look and practical storage. He extends an arc-shaped bookcase next to it, his future planning zone. A few wooden shelves on top hold his favorite green paper and ornaments. Liam buys a revolving bookshelf to store all his study books, no matter how many he has. Against the wall, a storage cabinet to the ceiling holds all his toys and sundries, with a beautiful dust-proof door. The drawer below stores his underwear and socks, making sure no space is wasted. With these changes, Liam's small bedroom is perfectly divided into a rest area, study zone, and his own secret base.
So 1.21 is about to release, so you guys can head over to my Twitch as I'm gonna go live right now, and as Mojang drops the release, we're gonna have a lot of fun finding every mistake that they have made, because that's apparently all I am to you guys. You guys know what I found? Wait, something ain't right.
Maxine, your agent tells us you're quite a popular name, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Due to environmental pollution, zombies broke out everywhere. Little John had to hide around the world every day. By chance, he escaped to a suspended platform filled with daily necessities, so he decided to turn this place into a shelter. First, Little John installed a heavy password-protected iron door on the wall for safety. Even Godzilla couldn't break it. He then built a wall out of 200 steel plates borrowed from his aunt, and included a set of fake doors to confuse intruders. He created a mechanism at the top that would fire thousands of arrows if triggered by a bad guy. To deter intruders further, he made the outer door an abyss, making them flee without a fight. Inside, he built a bookshelf to gain more knowledge for better survival. He installed a 1,000-jin hammer mechanism on top that would be triggered if someone tried to steal, dropping the hammer from above. He replicated the same mechanism on the opposite side. The bookshelf would automatically open when it matched the password door. He paved the outside with marble for more durability and cleanliness. The space inside is used as a living area. He placed an induction cooker on top to cook 3 meals a day and installed a washer and dryer dryer below for convenient laundry. The space above is used to store various seasonings. He dug a hole in the ground to install a detector for a bathroom and mounted a shower on the wall. Covering it with a grid plate, Little John can walk safely even in a bad environment. Matching tiles on the wall and floor enhance the beauty, and a curved ceiling adds a sense of spaciousness. A glass partition creates a separate rest area. He built a folding bed against the wall that opens into a spacious rest area and folds into a sofa. A folding board next to it serves as his study area, allowing him to learn more for longer survival. When tired of studying, he can have a full banquet there, and it doesn't take up space when folded. The innermost part stores his various materials, and the partition wall forms an independent room. He installed a projector on top to watch TV series while lying on the bed. The safe house is designed with a living area, a rest area, and multiple layers of mechanisms to protect Little John's safety. If you can't afford a house, just live in a coffin house. Little John joined the commitment army of Kung Fu Hustle Town with his 3 best friends. After many challenges, he finally rescued his first best friend, Liam. To show his gratitude, Liam introduced Little John to his wife and gifted him a house. Though the house was a bit small and resembled a coffin, Little John knew he could transform it into a functional home with a bit of creativity. To start, he dug a hole in the ground near the entrance and installed a large tank underneath. Borrowing some wood veneers from his second aunt, he made covers for it. When the cover is raised, he can squat or lie down comfortably. When not in use, he simply lowers it, making it easy to move around. At night, the raised cover can even act as a hidden weapon, scaring off any potential thieves. After one encounter, they wouldn't dare to return. He painted the top of the wall completely and installed custom gold cabinets against the wall. These cabinets are very convenient to open when needed, without blocking any space. He placed an induction cooker on the countertop and made a mirror cabinet above it. The area below the mirror can hold condiment bottles and be used for washing activities. Next to this setup, he installed a wall-mounted shower. The strong, even water flow makes bathing comfortable. Beside it, he installed a one-touch hydraulic folding window. When closed, it seals perfectly as a window, and when put down, it transforms into a balcony, adding more space. Even if the fallen army couple were here, this balcony wouldn't budge an inch. The ground base is high enough to accommodate storage for Little John and his wife's clothes that aren't often worn. They covered the bed and then borrowed a mattress from his second aunt's house to use as their bed. He made 2 large drawers on the side, perfect for storing the couple's underwear. Above, he built a bed frame using several galvanized square steels covered with eco-friendly wood veneers. Against the wall, he set up a desk where Little John works 24 hours a day. He also made bookshelves next to it using several laminates to store his martial arts secrets, which he practices in his spare time. Next to the desk, he placed a sewing machine for his wife's workspace. The height is just right. She can't bump her head even if she stands up. A small slide installed up and down makes it very convenient. Lastly, he arranged all the chili garlic heads his second aunt gave him when he got married along the walls. Although this tiny room resembles a coffin, it has all the necessary functions. Little John and his wife can live comfortably here. From now on, they have a place to stay and no longer need to sleep under a roof. After 10 days and nights of running from his angry wife, Little John found himself at a small stop with no money, forced to sleep in a sewer every day. Now, let's help him turn this sewer into a functional home. First, install custom aluminum alloy doors and windows to seal the front and rear openings of the sewer. Shape the walls with cement, using cement mortar for the wall and floor, then lay on layer of retro tiles that are both beautiful and durable. On the right, install a wall cabinet unit. Dig a hole on the left to place a large single basin, useful for washing both vegetables and dishes. Add a kettle and electric fan brought from his hometown on the right, with kitchen cabinets below to store daily necessities. Close the cupboard door to keep things tidy. Use the upper part to make several shelves for storing seasoning bottles and jars. Install a full-length mirror next to it with a washstand in front, so Little John can admire himself every day. Make a foldable table on the left, serving as Little John's dining table where he can enjoy barbecued pork. After eating, he can use the table for studying, with bookshelves made from several laminates above to store his books. Add a sewing machine next to it, so his girlfriend can work overtime for their future life together. Create a bed frame against the wall using galvanized square steels, covered with environmentally friendly wet panels for a beautiful and durable finish. Add a flip-top lid to store out-of-season clothes inside. Borrow a mattress from his second aunt to use as a bed. Use wooden boxes as steps at the end of the bed, with a small bottom compartment to store his secret items. Next, borrow some red bricks from his second aunt, and spend 7 hours waterproofing the area. Place the toilet on the left, and install a wall-mounted shower shower on the right, so little John can shower at home conveniently. Install a glass bottle cap door outside to create a separate space. Don't throw away the corn and garlic heads given by his second aunt. Arrange the water supply and sewerage on the wall to prevent clutter. With these additions, little John now has a place to live after running away from his angry wife, complete with all the necessary home functions.
Brew your own bliss. Only with Starbucks for Nespresso Virtuo.
My wife accidentally gave birth to twin daughters, but my mother still wanted a son, so we kept trying and twin boys were born. However, we only have one room in the house. My mother is both happy and worried. In the end, she recommended that I redesign the room like this. First, use galvanized square steels for the bed frames. Outsource wood veneers to be more environmentally friendly. Lay out a breathable rib cage that is both breathable and non-repellent. Place wardrobes on both sides of the bed and flip open the covers to increase storage space. The clothes hanging area above lets you choose clothes at a glance. Install glass sliding doors. Then I went to my second aunt's house to borrow 2 mattresses for the twin boys' bed. Add bed companions to prevent collisions. Above, weld the bed frame with galvanized square steels again. Borrow some expansion screws from my second aunt to fasten it firmly to the wall. Use more environmentally friendly wood veneers for the exterior. Move the bedside to the top of the wardrobe and open the cover. Store secrets and beautiful long dresses of the twin daughters there. Put a big mattress on it for the twin girls' bed. Add bed companions and use lighting for simple and attractive decoration. Make tall cabinets on both sides of the middle to store my child's bedtime gifts. This will help them avoid having a love brain when they grow up. Install a switch socket by the bedside for easy phone charging. Treat the children fairly so there's no conflict. Use an intermediate connection drawer for storing the children's little secrets, and add glass folding windows so the 4 kids can see each other. Use a curved door opening to divide the space, and dig a few holes for light, ventilation, and breathability. Install gauze curtains to give all 4 children private rooms. Make 5 large drawers under the bed to store socks and underwear for all 4 children. Add a ladder on the side so the twin girls can go up and down the stairs easily. Ensure the height is just right to avoid hitting their heads. Install an extended desk against the wall to create a huge study area for the 4 children. They can study together and aim for A grades together. Above the desk, make a wall cabinet to freely place their world literature masterpieces. This way, all 4 children have separate living areas, and the study areas do not interfere with each other. This is how the bedroom should be designed for optimal space and privacy.
Legend versus newcomer. Wait, aren't you 2 on the same team?
Yep. Team peanut butter.
After 10 years of hard work, little John finally became a CEO. Today, he invited me to visit his house. When I opened the door, I realized it was only 2 square meters, just enough space for a mattress with no room for a toilet. He is very stressed. Now, let's figure out how we can help him turn it into a functional home. Push the inner wall inwards to borrow some space from his aunt next door. Use galvanized square steel to create a frame, then ask his aunt for some screws to fasten it securely. Cover the frame with eco-friendly wood veneers to make partitions. Use these partitions to store shoes, out-of-season clothes, and other items. Cover it with more wood veneers to make it sturdier. Add a drawstring at the end of the bed to store little John's underwear and pantyhose. Lay down a soft mattress and add soft wall stickers for comfort. This setup is comfortable even if the CEO's wife is there. Install a set of wall cabinets above for seasonal bedding storage. Use the middle section to hang frequently worn clothes and the lower section to store books, as spiritual and cultural literacy is important. Install a socket for convenient mobile phone charging. Add a perforated board on the wall to post photos and sticky notes and to easily hang keys and bags. Create a folding table for studying and working on the computer. When he gets tired, the table can also be used for dining. It doesn't take up space when stored. Build the main wall cabinet against the wall. Dig 2 holes in the countertop for a built-in induction cooker and sink, creating a compact kitchen area. Install a mirror cabinet above to store spices and toiletries while providing a spot for grooming. Apply tiles for a clean, hygienic, and easy-to-maintain surface. Dig a hole in the floor to borrow a squatty toilet from his aunt next door, and install a shower above for convenient washing. Add a built-in bathroom heater in the 20-centimeter suspended ceiling, and install glass partitions to create wet and dry zones for increased privacy. Extend the suspended ceiling by 10 centimeters to install a projection screen. This allows the CEO to watch movies and relax, enhancing entertainment and relaxation in the space. Despite the small size, this setup transforms the area into a functional and comfortable living space. Little John went out to work to make money at the age of 18. He went from having nothing to being penniless, and from being penniless to becoming heavily in debt. He had to join a beggar gang to make ends meet. Fortunately, his auntie appreciated him and gave him a sweet. In a moment of great luck, he reached the pinnacle of his life. He immediately summoned his eagle, and together they moved into their new home. But when he opened the door and took a look, he couldn't even put one foot down. He was so frightened that he quickly retreated, and his mood fell to the bottom instantly. Now, let's help him turn it into a functional home. To start, weld 2 frames from galvanized square steel to extend outside. Ask his aunt for some pocket money to buy screws and firmly fix the frames to the wall. Cover the middle with steel mesh and pour concrete for durability. Install thermal insulation strips and paint the windows and walls with latex paint. Next, against the wall, use eco-friendly wood veneers as partitions to store shoes, bags, and out-of-season clothes. Cover it with more wood veneers to make it stronger. Make another set of cabinets on top to store daily necessities and books for bedtime reading. Install a socket for convenient mobile phone charging. Lay down a soft mattress and add soft padding to the wall for extra comfort. This creates a big, comfortable bed. Install a movable table at the end of the bed. It can hold a computer for work and can be used for meals when he's tired. It doesn't take up any space when put away. Next, make a set of wardrobes against the wall. Store out-of-season quilts on top and hang the clothes his aunt bought for him in the middle. Embed a hidden water tank in the wall and install an heirloom toilet so Little John can enjoy his daily best moments. Install a beautiful, dust-proof and odor-proof glass door. Install a shower head on the wall so he can wash himself and feel refreshed. Build a base cabinet against the wall and install an induction cooker and sink. Make a storage cabinet above for condiments, bowls, and chopsticks. Add a mirror cabinet next to it so he can tidy himself up before going out, ensuring he looks his best. This is how the small space is decorated, with all necessary functions available. Let's transform the 0 square meter room into a fully functioning house. Liam has been collecting garbage in Shanghai for several years, managing to save 100,000 by living frugally. Then, he bought a tiny space, less than 1 square meter. Here, Liam can only build upwards and has to curl up on the floor. Eventually, Liam reached his limit and decided to redesign it like this. Firstly, remove the existing windows and expand the space by 1 square meter using a frame made of galvanized square steel, reinforced with horizontal and vertical welds. Using his last bit of savings, Liam buys expansion screws to securely attach the frame to the wall and covers it with eco-friendly aluminum panels. Install luminous sheets on the ceiling to brighten the space without any protruding objects. Cover the floor with wood wax oil paper boards, which also provide storage for out-of-season quilts and bedding. A soft mattress turns it into a large, comfortable bed, spacious enough for Liam and his girlfriend to sleep together. Replace the windows with exterior broken bridge aluminum alloy ones and install a protective fence to prevent large objects from being blown away by strong winds. Add a perforated board on the bedside wall to hang up large, recyclable items. At the foot of the bed, install a projection screen, allowing Liam to watch movies while lying in bed. Use the groove on the left side as a wardrobe to store all the large clothes Liam usually wears, with drawers underneath for large underwear and pantyhose. Install a socket switch at the end of the bed for easy access to turn off the lights and charge devices. Embed a hidden water tank in the right wall with a matching wall-mounted toilet above it, providing Liam with comfort. Install a top accelerator and place an induction cooker on the countertop to manage meal preparation. The countertop can be cleared to install a shower head, allowing Liam to shower while sitting on the toilet. Close the glass door to contain odors and water. Attach a circle of anti-collision soft padding next to the bed to ensure safety while sleeping. A movable table over the bed serves both as a workspace and a dining table, making it very convenient for eating, studying, and working by the window. The table can also be stood up to save space. This is the design of the coffin room. Compact but fully functional, ensuring every home comfort is included, however small the space. Let's transform the 1 square meter coffin room into a fully functioning house. After 10 years of hard work, poor and single, little John finally saved enough money to buy a house in New York. But it's less than 2 square meters, too small to even fit a coffin. Now he's decided to spend all his remaining savings to redesign it like this. Firstly, install row frames to create a bay window using fishbone patterns that can be pulled out for sleeping. A custom foldable mattress turns it into a comfortable bed that even if his girlfriend visits in the future, they can both sleep there. It stacks up, saving space when not in use. A large floor-to-ceiling wardrobe is essential. Below it, a large suitcase filled with nostalgic items plays hymns, with a special place in the middle to highlight these memories. A dust-proof glass cabinet door keeps everything clean and visible. Use wooden boards against the wall as barriers, and install a foldable desktop that opens from the wall. Include a small socket switch. The setup can be used as both a dining table and a workspace. Close it up when not in use to save space. Lay floor tiles in the entrance area and use large tiles on the wall. Be bold and carve a slot into the floor to embed a straight urinal, topped with folding layers. Place an induction cooker on these layers to create a simple kitchen. Above, install a custom mirror cabinet for storage, holding all toiletries and cooking seasonings. Install a shower head with its own laminate on the left, and place a flexible, stretchable, non-slip mat underneath. Fold up the shelves to transform the space into a bathroom in seconds. Little John can take a shower and use the toilet after work. Install a sand blocker outside to complete Little John's $1 million mansion transformation. Remodeling a coffin house for a family of 3. Little Trump, who works hard every day moving bricks, finally saved enough money to replace his small room with one twice as big. He quickly brought his wife and children over, but the room was still as small as a coffin. The 3 of them could only sleep stacked on top of each other, so Little Trump decided to reinstall it like this. He made cabinets against the wall, added 2 horizontal panels, and used circles of galvanized square steel as frames inside and outside the cabinet. He copied this setup for the lower layer and borrowed some screws from his aunt to securely attach it to the wall. Both of it were covered with eco-friendly wood veneers. He placed a soft folding mattress on top to create a comfortable bed. Little Trump's bed is on the upper level. He folds it up when not in use, while his wife and son sleep on the lower bed, which they fold down at night. This setup leaves a spacious aisle where his son can comfortably run. The windowsill doubles as a countertop made of wood veneers and extends into a foldable desktop. When needed, it pulls up to set up a long bench, turning into a large desk with a computer. It's perfect for Little Trump to work overtime from home and aim for a bigger house. This setup also serves as a dining table for the family and can be folded down to save space when not in use. Little Trump installed a set of large wardrobes above, with horizontal and vertical boards dividing the space. The top stores unused pillows and bedding. Daily clothes hang on the left. His wife's long skirts are neatly stored in the middle, and their son's clothes are also hung up. Beneath, there are 2 drawers for the couple's underwear and pantyhose, with additional space for small toys and shoes. Tiles cover the entrance wall. A mirrored cabinet above holds spice bottles in a small compartment, and a cupboard below stores toiletries. To the left, there's an induction cooker, and to the right, a hole was made for an undercounter basin. A shower and a bathroom heater were installed on the wall and ceiling, respectively. Tiles were also laid on the entrance floor, where a squat toilet was set up. Thus, the coffin room was equipped with essential appliances. Although small, the house meets the needs of the family of 3, allowing them to start a happy life together. Let's transform a 1 square meter room into a function house. Little Trump worked hard for 10 years and managed to save up $2 million easily to bought a coffin room, less than 2 square meters. It's too small. Even his pets refuse to live. Left with no other options, Little Trump gathered some stones from a pit to build a simple stone bed. After suffering from back pain for a long time, he finally decided to remodeling like this. To start, he removed the original windows and welded a frame from galvanized square steel to extend the space outside the window. He borrowed a few screws from his auntie to securely fix it to the wall. He installed a top-mounted cabinet with a pull-down feature for storing pots and pans, fruits and vegetables, fire escape supplies, and a toolbox for repairs. The lower part of the room is covered with space aluminum plates for a neat appearance. The entrance door opens outward, using the door opening to create a flip-up cabinet where he stores his underwear and smelly socks. He also built a large wardrobe in the corner of the bedside with the entire upper part dedicated to hanging clothes. A socket was installed at the bedside to charge his mobile phone, along with a projector. 2 soft mattresses were added, ensuring that sleep doesn't affect each other when his girlfriend come to sleep overnight. Iron railings were put up to prevent the couple from being falling down outside. Then he made a folding desktop where he placed a computer for working more hard. It's also used as a dining table and can be folded up when not in use. Inside the first compartment, he placed a folding table with an induction cooker, which can be stored away when not in use. The second compartment houses a basin, convenient for washing vegetables and personal cleaning, with a mirror above it. Small storage racks were installed for essentials, and the third compartment features a squat toilet that can be closed when not in use. The fourth compartment serves as a foot bath, promoting daily foot soaking for health benefits. Little Trump installed ceramic tiles on the wall at the end of his bed and mounted a bathroom heater in the ceiling. Below it, he put up a wall-mounted shower head, creating a space where he can wash,